Welcome again to my channel. So in the last video we have seen what is the Docker and how Docker uses the concept from the Linux, this containerization concept, and what are the difference between the Docker and this currently running virtual machine that we have already seen. So today we'll see what is the what are the different components of the Docker, and what is the basic architecture of the Docker. Okay, so let's start. So if you talk about this Docker is a client server application. Okay, so let's talk about this Docker engine. Okay, see, this Docker engine is a client server application. So let me just write client server. Just remember, client server application. So what is the client server application? In the client server application, obviously there is a client that talks to the server to perform certain operation. Okay, so all the operation that is done by server is via the client instruct. Okay, so client instructs to the server to do certain operation. Docker engine consists of these major components. So one component that is called server, obviously. So this server is the long running program. That program is called daemon process. Okay, so daemon process that is also called dockerd. Okay, so another component that is called REST API. So REST API is a program that is used to instruct this daemon to perform all the operations, so create and manage the objects. Okay, so another third one that is called CLI. So this CLI is the command line interface, that is the client that talks to this REST API to instruct this dockerd daemon process to create and manage the resource. Okay, so all this operation is done by this server. So REST API directly is used by many other application, and this CLI that you install in your local, that you can perform and send this instruction via this REST API. Okay, so let's draw it quickly. So one, we talk about, okay, let's draw this figure. So let's talk about this Docker. So this dockerd is nothing but that is daemon process. This daemon process, another component that is uses this REST API. So REST API is a program that talks to the dockerd to create and manage the resources. Another one that we talk about, that is called CLI. So CLI is nothing but that is client that talk to REST API that talks to internally this dockerd daemon process. Okay, and then Docker engine is uses create and manages the objects. So what are the different objects of the Docker? I will just note it down here. One is called image, another one container, perform. So here this layering concept is there. So it uses this Linux, that file system, that UFS that we talked about that in the previous video. So this layering concept that it is here. Another that is called volumes, and the third one that is called network. Okay, so all these object Docker engine uses that create and manages these objects. So we talk about images, then we talk about volumes, container, and the last one that is network. Okay, so this is the one of the basic components of the Docker. Okay, now we'll see what is the basic architecture of this Docker. All these things you can get it from the Docker documentation also. It has, they have clearly explained, and they have very nice documentation. So if you talk about Docker architecture, so I will talk about I will just segregate things. So here one component we can call it as client. Okay, and then we have this bigger one, that is call it as Docker host. So in the Docker host, this daemon process running, so that is called Docker daemon process. Okay, so daemon process is used to create and manage this containers by using these images. Okay, so this is performed by certain operations that we pass from the CLI client, like docker build images. Okay, then after building you can pull the images and you can run the images. Okay, all these command. So once this is done, then we have registry. So registry, what is this registry? So in this registry, these all images Docker is used to save these images. So this registry can be local registry or remote registry. So local registry, you can set it up, you can see this documentation provided by Docker. Then we have remote registry. By default this Docker Hub is there, that is also publicly accessible, and you can create your private also by creating the logins and credentials. You can use it to pull these images. So these images by default are available in the Docker Hub public repository also. Like this, I was talking about this images, the base image of that Ubuntu image. You can directly pull from the public repositories of that. Those images you can create by your own also by using this Docker file. So just remember this Docker file. All these things we will see once we will do hands-on. So Docker file, you can create your own program and to instruct this Docker to create images in what format and what command, what should be the command should be running when you instantiate your container. Okay, so registry, just Docker Hub, just imagine this Docker Hub. Okay, so once you do Docker run, so Docker run goes and check here if this image is available. If this Docker image is not available, it goes here and pull these images into local file system, and this file system, this local file system is used to invoke this container. So container is one of the layer on this image on the layer on this image, and that file system that is mount on that layer. Okay, and that is isolated containers. It is isolated environment that runs, that we have already seen. So we talk about this Docker objects. Images. So images is the read-only templates. Okay, and it is stored in the registry of the Docker Hub. You can create your own image by writing docker file, and this Docker file is consists of certain programs, and this program will create the base image, and on top of that you can create your own program, and then you can push this changes to the Docker Hub. Okay, so with the version v1 v2, you can tag it your images by running certain command that we will see. Okay, this one is called containers. That container is runnable instance of image. You can run this container by certain commands like docker container run. Okay, or either you can run via interactive mode or in detached mode. So in detached mode it runs in the different process. So in interactive, in the terminal you can run this image, so like this -d, and then you can give the image name like web, and then you can provide some other command line arguments. So here this image. Okay, so that's it from the basic architecture of the Docker. We'll see in the further video how we can create your image, how you can run your container, how can delete your container, how you can stop your container, and how you can push modify your images. Those things we will see in the further videos, and once you hands-on will see, then it will be more clear. So if you like this video, please like and subscribe. Thank you.